if I have this... Oh, someone leave the chat. Did someone leave the Discord? Oh, hold on. Now I see what's happening here. We have to fix this immediately. What happened? Yeah. Let me just set up... Something weird happened with the audio. Yeah, something's weird with the audio. I think I know what it is. Let me see if it's... Okay. Something about the... Oh, the screen sizes got completely changed. That's not great. Okay, let me just fix that for just a moment. My apologies to the folks. I have absolutely no idea how that happened.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, nobody sign off or anything. My apologies. I have no idea how that got altered. Let me see.
There we go.
Is that better at all? That's
starting to get better.
Let me try this. Okay, that should be better for this. Okay. I have no way to perfectly test this until the stream starts, so that's something that's always under progress, under,
I'm watching you do it
yeah.
On the Twitch, and it's getting there.
It's a work in progress. My apologies. And I don't know why Jen seems mostly lined up. That just seems rude.
That just seems like not Cray at all, so I don't know.
Okay, it's a little off-center. I'm not sure why that is. We're gonna adjust this way. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move ahead with that if that's okay, because I'm not really sure why it's doing that. My apologies for that. Okay. Weird, confounding tech issues aside. This is, Roll for Bull. This is a rather unique D&D live stream podcast or live stream, and this is our group we've been working with for a few episodes now. They are Greek-inspired adventurers off to save the continent of Thylia. They have been prophesied by an oracle to be the ones that save the continent from the titans of Sidon and Lutheria. As part of their tasks to save the continent, they have traveled to an ancient necropolis. They have battled the Great Boar, and now they are underneath a mossy temple in the forest, where they have learned that the temple has mostly been abandoned and underground has been overtaken by dryads, goatlings, various creatures that have grievances with the gods. As the heroes made it deep into the underground passageways, they found a feasting hall with one dryad, Demetria. Hello, Tammy's mom. One dryad named Demetria that was hosting a dinner for several young ladies with various wines, meats, and delicious fruits on the table. She was being attended by a Gaian, who is a 9-foot-tall, 6-armed person, powerfully built, native of Thylia. She's greeted all of the heroes. In the center of the table is a silver horn with wine inside, like a creature's horn. The heroes have been greeted by Demetria, and we'll introduce everybody real quickly before we jump in. Let's just go top left through right, so let's start with Allie, while I try and fix your image one last time.
Alright, fingers crossed. I'm Allie, and I will be playing Callista, who is Satyr Bard Warlock.
Absolutely perfect. That brings us to Euphemian. You're muted.
I'm Reed, and I'm currently unmuted.
Yeah.
And I am playing the wizard Euphemian, human wizard.
All right, that brings us to Kiki. By the way, I figured out right now why the images are weird, but I can't fix it right now. So that's my own failing as a human being. Tammy, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Tammy. I am playing Kiki, a Triton barbarian.
And last but not least is Jin.
You know me as the very lovely, broody wood elf monk named Krarin, or Cray to his friends.
I love Tammy's mom.
So the audience knows that, and your players know that, but the characters know no shit. They know nothing. Y'all just acquaintances right now.
You're acquaintances that would casually die for each other. You know how it is.
Exactly. That's just how acquaintances work, you know?
So the young ladies are sitting at the table talking and just talking to each other and sort of looking at all of you, kind of confused, but interested. Like sort of like looking at you with curiosity. The five of you are there. I'm going to say Kyra is, and just so everybody knows, Kyra is the bard / literal, not figurative, literal goddess that's been traveling with them, the goddess muse, to document their stories. And she would be at the back. I think Kiki would be at the front. And Demetria looks at all of you and says, "Hello, good evening. I trust you're well." Her demeanor apparently unshaken by your presence here. It'd be anybody's action.
Demetria, I presume.
Yes. And she stands up to greet a guest, and she extends her hand. "Have a seat. We're having dinner soon. You're more than welcome to partake."
Were you expecting us?
At one point or another, she looks at you, and sort of her eyes run up and down you, and she goes, "At one point, not at a specific time, but eventually."
So you just left all of these chairs vacant, just all in case.
Well, I never know how many guests I'm going to have. I have all kinds of people here whenever they choose to attend. Do you? Would you sit with us?
I'm gonna look at everyone else. I don't know.
We are here for a conversation.
Then let's have one.
The
And
conversation may not be good dinner talk.
where are you standing right now, Krarin, when you're saying this?
Like behind Kiki.
Yeah, behind Kiki. That's fantastic.
Hey, listen, I am good of scouting and stuff, but once the real shit goes down, I am Kiki's like right hand man.
The cat that's always under frickin' foot.
Oh, just you wait till things happen when I get higher level. If I get higher level, I might die today.
And she
Yeah, it's a conversation.
she looks and she says, "I don't think there's anything that you can say to me that you can't say from." My guests aren't shy, are they? And the ladies look at each other, and there's a couple of them sort of giggle, and one of them whispers a joke to the other one that you guys can't even quite hear, and she goes, "No, they're not shy. It's okay."
What's for dinner?
Oh, we prepared a wonderful feast. We have all kinds of, of treats and delicacies down here. Wines.
What kind of meat is it? Because I personally don't eat goat or sheep, so it's important that I know.
You're fine then.
Okay, I'll walk into the room then.
I'll walk into the room as well.
You guys can walk in the room if you want to.
Oh yeah, like
You can move
we're
your-
ever gonna not. Yeah.
We have a board here that we're using for ourselves, so I'll tell the players you can move your tokens in there if you want to. You can't move it?
Not letting
Okay.
Not letting me move.
Yeah, you should have control. You're not signed in as Callista.
Oh, there it is.
Alright.
Oh, there.
So, what was it? So the Gigan looks at all of you, and he shifts his weight and sort of stretches his arms, his mini arms, sort of like making it clear he's got his eye on you. And
They all going like this at us.
Kyra Kyra steps out and looks at Demetria, and Demetria looks at all of you and then settles on the most interesting person there. I had no idea that you were a part of this, especially after how much you've offended her. And yet here you are. What are you doing here, Krarin?
Well, that's what I'm here to find out, supposedly.
To learn that. It's interesting.
And I offend everybody. That should not be. That should not come as a surprise.
No, I don't think that it does. How have you made it this far? How have you lived this long?
Funny you should ask that. My acquaintances, as I wink at all of them, are very helpful. Will you be helpful?
I would absolutely love to be. I'm just concerned because you were supposed to die a while ago. And you just...
Yeah. I keep getting back up again. I keep getting knocked down, and I keep getting back up again.
You're never going to keep her down.
Him.
Lutheria must find that very frustrating. But it's none of my business. Have a seat. Everybody's having a seat. Can you just put your character on a seat token so that I know?
I would like to be... Let's see. I want to be kind of where... Is that where you guys are going to be, huh? I want to be by... Yeah, I'll be by
Okay.
Kyra.
Okay, so just for the audiences... Okay, go ahead. You're Fabian?
I just wanted to specify that I'm going to stand behind the chair, but I'm not going to sit down.
Okay, and then Kiki is going to sit at one side of the table. Callista's going to sit next to the young ladies that are getting ready to eat. Crayon and Kyra are sitting together on the other side of the table. And
Can
Demi-
I? Is it one of those chairs that, you can kind of like do a Riker on? Like, you flip
If
it
you want to,
around?
yeah, you can absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Kind of want to do. If everybody know, I hope people know what it means, like to do the Riker.
If you don't know what it means to do Riker, please close out this stream, go to YouTube, and then come back once
Watch
you know.
TNG, all of it, and then come back.
All
The
seasons.
difference is that, Jonathan Frakes is like 6'5", and Crayon
Oh,
is
yeah.
10.
I know.
Kyra's like giving him a boost.
Kyra, come on, give me a hand here. I can't do the Riker.
I know, I got it. She's just dedicated to you having a cool entrance. Like, that's her investment in this. So, she looks at all of you and goes, we're going to start eating soon. Did you want anything?
The horn in the center of the table would be lovely.
Oh. And this sort of light of understanding, like, flat washes over her eyes, and she goes, oh, I see. That's what brought you here. Well...
I mean, technically we're here for 3 reasons.
And she just looks at Callista, sort of waiting for you to say more.
Look at everyone else at the table.
You're welcome here. You're welcome here, but my hospitality is in proportion to your graciousness. So, if you'd mind clarifying what you said.
Oh, well, you know something about Cray, and I was told you might know something about me. And I was hoping maybe you could give us some answers. Honestly, I prefer answers to food, but...
Who are you?
My name's Callista.
Okay. And what would I know about you exactly?
Oh, you'd have to tell me.
She turns to Euphemian and just goes, is this a game?
Everything's a game, dear. We're all just pieces. But in this particular case, I
Sorry, I just need to just chew on that for a moment. Proceed.
in this particular case, we have been sent your direction from, I believe, your sister, Versi.
Oh, she told you about this. So she sent you here. This makes sense. If you'll excuse me, ladies, and the young girls look at her, and they go, and there's sort of like one was like, yes, Dimitri, and the one like sits up like prim and proper, and the one just sort of like they all just sort of take like these different positions, and like almost just like some of them being very proper, and some of them just being like almost making a joke of the situation. And Dimitri goes, dinner's served. You can eat whatever you'd like. Go ahead. And the ladies just go, okay, and they just go, okay, thank you, and they just start and just almost without any decorum start grabbing just vegetables and wine, and then some of the meat, and just start just chowing down, like just almost no grace about what they're doing.
I turn to the woman and just say, like, do you know what we're having?
And she goes, well, it's a feast. Did you want some? She pulls out like this stick of meat. She goes, did you want some?
I like to know what kind of meat I'm eating. It's kind of there's a lot of weirdness. You got like multiple species happening here.
You're not Seder.
That's true, but
It's
I'm
also-
still not terribly comfortable with goat, human, or sheep.
Or it's just meat. And she just like bites down and eats into it.
Do we notice any discernible change when they do that? Like, did they? It's like, I don't know. They eat
No.
meat and all of a sudden they become zombies. Like
I
don't know.
did not leave out that detail. No, you're.
Okay, right.
By the way, zombies.
Yeah. No, no, they're just eating. Callista, do you want to roll? Can you roll an insight check?
Yeah. 23.
Yes, queen.
Yeah. This lady genuinely has no idea what meat this is, and also gives as many fucks as what kind of meat this is. This is just not something that even occurs to her to ask.
Does she seem like she is high, like the people we met outside, or
No.
does she seem like she
Nope.
just?
And so they're just eating, and as she's doing this, Demetria just a smile just curls across her face, and she says, "So you came for the horn of Balametria. You think it will help you? Can I ask you something?" And she's almost raising her voice to talk over the young ladies that are just chowing down.
I think it would be indecorous for us to tell you no. So.
Oh. And she sort of looks impressed for a moment, and she goes, "My question to you is why? And by why, I mean, you could absolutely walk out of here with, I could not stop you. And she stretches her arm, she leans back and holds up her arms in a show. When she holds up her arms, you see these green, like, tendrils of vines wrapping around her arms, almost like the suggestion of sleeves. This lady with these hazel eyes, and her skin in the torchlight is hard to see clearly, but you can see like the slight tinge of green. And her long brown hair, that as she's leaning back and sort of making this gesture, you see like these leaves start to peek out of the different parts of the hair. And one of the lady next to, the young woman next to Callista turns to her. I love it when she does that. And Demetria just looks and says, she goes, I am a simple triad. I could not stop you from taking it. If you wanted to leave with it right now, you could.
I feel like that guy can stop us.
And that the Geigen in the corner just turning over the conversation in his head. And she says, oh, he's here to protect me. That's all. But my question is why? Really, honestly, truly, with the awareness of my loyalties and your loyalties, and the understanding that some of us might not make it out of today. I mean, let's say it what it is. And when she says that, one of the women has like this big chunk of meat in her mouth and looks up at her kind of confused. She goes, why are you continuing the work of the gods and the dragon lords? And you see Kyra just sort of shift uncomfortably in her seat and like grab one grape and sniff it and put it in her mouth. Demetria just looks at you, seems very intent on asking that, like very sincerely wants an answer to that question.
From me specifically, or
From any of you. She says, do you believe in what you're doing?
I believe in being a good person.
Kraven,
I
what...
used to be, and I want to be now.
Is this what a good person does?
If it keeps the peace. If I can't have peace in my life, at least there'll be peace in others.
I will ask
I've
you...
not have had peace my whole life.
I will just...
Oh,
I will ask you... I will ask you not to use that word that way. The way the traveling races use that word, the way that the gods and the dragon lords use that word. Do you know what they call peace? And she leans forward and puts two fingers on the table, and she just says, our submission and our silence. Your peace is when we are afraid. Do you know what happened to my sister? Would you like to know what happened?
would you share it in your own words?
We're bound to the land. She was bound to the tree you walked past outside because she loved this place. And she wanted, when the war happened very long ago, wanted nothing more but to be neutral and devoted to this forest. So she stayed here and protected this area. She said that she did not want to be a part of the war. She did not want any side. She just wanted to advocate for peace. And that made it very easy for them to come down here, cut the tree to which she was bound, and use that lumber to build their ship for war. That's peace. That's peace. When a
Protector, as you are. Is that right? Protect this area.
she's nothing now.
But you are here.
What are you suggesting exactly? Are you telling me how old are you?
Well, in human years, you would call that a 25.
I saw the war. I've been here for 500 years. Are you going to walk in here and tell me to make the best of a bad situation? Because to do so, and she sort of leans forward, puts her arms on the table and leans forward, you have to tell me that no one suggested that in 500 years.
I'm sure you have. You're a very wise person for being able to survive and to be where you are right now.
Chew your food. Chew your food. There's revelry and then there's disgusting. I apologize.
But what I wanted to say is that as a protector, your sister could have done anything to save her tree. Is that right? And I'm just trying to get.
She had the powers that she had, the gifts and powers that she had. What are you asking?
That if she was able to protect her tree, was it taken by force, is what I'm asking.
Yes. Yes. There was a legion of them. She could not get to it. And she screamed, and she sobbed, and she swore violence, and none of it was anything as they held her back. When she was finally able to get to it, she never stopped crying and never stopped ranting. I do not mean never in any poetic, dramatic sense as bards might say. I mean never. She's out there.
And what is your role in this now?
The gods failed me.
What's Kyra doing at this point?
Kyra is staring a whole. Kyra has realized something, and she's staring at the table. But sometimes she turns and looks at the others. She put a hand on your knee because she is trying to communicate an idea that you pick up on. Demetria has no idea who the fuck she is, at all, and Kyra is just trying to not draw attention to herself and living in the surrealness of this moment of getting to hear extremely valid, real conversation about the gods with a god in the room. Like, it's just, it's very uncomfortable for her.
Okay, that's kind of wanted to know. So with that, I say, well, you are here, and as you said, that you could not stop us if we wanted to, but we're trying to have a civil conversation. So, you know what we want. What do you want?
I just want to ask you why. I just want to know if you truly believe in what you're doing, or if it was what you were told. When I lost my sister, I was consoled by one voice in my dreams. I was hushed and I was held by one voice. And I only believe that to be the voice that cares for me. And that's why I worship Lutheria now. Not the gods, not the titans. Lutheria. One of the girls at the table just sort of sits back and just sort of holds her stomach like she's sort of processing something. And Demetria goes, "Well, you ate too fast, dear. Just give it a moment."
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Do you not think these women...
I'm sorry, you're getting cut out. What was that?
Oh, do you not think that these women care for you?
These women? These women they absolutely care for me. Don't you care for me, girls? And they turn and they all sort of, one of them says like, "Oh, Demetria, of course you're so beautiful and so generous," and another one goes, "Yeah, thank you, you're very much." Just like this mouthful of like bread.
So they would... I mean, they care for you. And they're not the only voice. You're not alone anymore. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of what you're doing to the kids out there personally, but it's not really my business. But, I mean, they're not the ones who did that. They're not like us. They don't age like we do. Even the Dragon Lords aren't around anymore.
And what was your question? She turns to Euphemion.
Oh, I was just going to ask the DM
Mm-hmm.
if there was like any kind of obvious progression. Like, does this seem to be some kind of magically compelled eating, or do these girls seem like they're the distress that the one of them is having? Is it?
What question you want to ask specifically? I know you're trying to do like a broad check, but like you're asking if the food's magical, but you're also asking if she's feeling okay. Like these are a bunch of different questions. Which one are you zeroing in on?
Let's start off with the one who is seems to be sick. If she is, or seems to be eating too quickly, does that actually seem to be her cause? Or
Roll
is
a
there
medicine
something
check. Roll a
going
medicine
on?
check.
Oh, hey, there's a good
Nat-
start to the week. That's a natural 20.
That is a natural 20, folks. That is a crit with a 0 medicine check. You look at her. Something is severely wrong. She doesn't seem to notice it herself, but the color is draining from her face rapidly, and her breathing is getting a little bit more rapid. But the thing is, you knew a lot of like back in the other cave, you knew a lot of magics and things like that, and also natural things like plants and stuff. This doesn't appear to be poison. She doesn't appear to be poisoned. She's having some sort of unnatural reaction to this, and by that I mean something outside of what medicine can explain. And she's like, really, I really don't feel well. And Demetria just sort of looks over at the dragon and motions over, and he walks over, lumbers over. You hear his feet thud as he walks over, picks her up, almost scoops her up with two of his arms, and carries her back to the corner where he holds the back of her head and holds her close. And she goes, "She'll be okay. They'll all be okay. Don't you worry."
Will they be okay like you are right now? With how grief-stricken you are?
I haven't been okay in a very long time. You all came here, and I'm not going to let you leave here with nothing. I want you to know that I appreciate your visiting. I was going to give this to one of the young ladies. There was an athletics competition recently, and I think that one of them did well, but I don't think they'll want it. So, and she reaches down, almost like there's this, there's just outside. You get the impression there's like this little, like cart or something, like little platform next to her, and she pulls this golden bow with sort of these pink gems running alongside it, almost like vines or veins or something wrapped around it. And she sets it down on the table. And she goes, "This was a gift. And now I think it's a gift for you. Because I appreciate having you here. You can take that. I don't want you to take the horn, but I recognize that I can't stop you."
So, can you tell us a little bit more about why my life is just so full of great luck?
Because you weren't supposed to have a life in the first place.
Well, you could have told me, because I am still here.
This is a place, this land that you've visited is a place of promises and vows and integrity. It was. Debts have to be repaid. And your parents need to pay their debt.
So, their debt is for me to continue living when I'm not supposed to?
I was very honest before that I could not possibly defeat any of you if you were to try and attack me. I'm aware of this. You're aware of this, yes? Each of you? That one, her, she's very powerful. She points directly at Kiki. And she goes, "So, I have allies that can help me, but really I'm glad that you came when you did." And this other girl just like drops her fork on, or not, drops her cup on the table, and it spills as she just sort of starts to process. And another one stands up and sort of backs away from the table, and she goes, "There's all kinds of good meats to bring to a feast. I hear boar is especially delicious. But the best, most delicious kind is the kind that is connected with you, that you have an understanding of. Ladies, after all, there is nothing more delicious than a lover's flesh, now is there?" And they all look at her kind of confused. The ones that are starting to feel sick, their eyes start to grow wide. And one of them goes, what are you talking about?" And she just sort of smiles very sweetly and just says, "It's complete." And one of the girls just starts to put her hands at her chest and almost looks like she's hyperventilating, and then just lets out, brings her head back, and then just brings it down and just lets out this scream as you can't see her face, and the scream just fills the room. And Kyra just covers her ears, and each of the girls starts. The girl that was still sitting down leans forward, puts her head on the table, and just starts holding her head. Another girl just starts vomiting on the floor. Each of them just turning away, and in that moment, what was it? I will give you all a moment to react if you have any reaction that you want.
Well, first of all, I'm going to stand and take up my quarterstaff and be like, "So this is how you treat people who love you."
And she goes,
How?
Sorry. You go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, how heavy would the horn be?
Maybe like 15 pounds. And she goes, "Oh, I don't think anyone has loved me in a very long time. And I don't think that these are really people, so I don't know on what grounds you speak." And when she says this, the girl who was there just screaming, stop shrieking, just... And she leans up, and you see, almost like she's just refreshed and reborn, her eyes now pure white with no pupils, and her skin this faint sickly green, as you see these leaves and vines begin to wind their way through her hair, and these almost like satyr horns start to pierce out from her skin, causing the blood to just flow from where the horns are bursting. The horns themselves sharp and jagged instead of the elegant curves that you would see on Callista's head. And she looks at you, and she looks at all of you. "Hello. Welcome. Welcome." And she sort of starts to slowly walk towards you. Let me see. As she starts to slowly walk towards you, and the women start to stumble. You hear from each of them sort of laughter and joy, and one of them just go, oh, it's time," and steps back. The one that was on the table, her face on the table, leans up, and her same as before, the other one, with her skin pale and green, and her teeth jagged. And she reaches out to Kraerin.
Oh,
She reaches out to Kraerin and goes, Come join my bedchambers. We will lay, and I will pluck every one of your nerves and arteries in symphony, and we will just cherish the moment together, please.
No,
Please.
The first thing I do is just smack her, because I'm like, I don't share any blood vessels with anybody. Gross.
I want you to make an attack roll against her.
Because he has no chick in his life.
Yeah, also, they're coming towards you, so either's fine, but make an attack roll.
Please get onto the thing here. Kind of, 23 to hit.
23.
Oh, no, that's my dart. I didn't want to do a dart. I wanted to do my quarterstaff. Sorry.
Well, you can adjust the number. Yeah.
It's still +6. It's just different damage.
Yeah. So roll for damage.
So damage, one-handed is 8. So I smack her for 8.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You.
So you hit her. You strike her.
Girls are gross. No.
You hit her for 8 points of damage. As she starts, I just wanted to play. If I open your ribcage, I can kiss the final beats of your heart, please. And she starts to lean forward. And Demetria just stands back. She goes, "You can set her down." And the guy lets go of his arms, and that woman in there just lands on her feet and looks up at you, pupils also gone.
And I think I can do an unarmed strike after that, right?
Yeah, go for that, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally do an unarmed strike on her.
Yeah.
I hit for a 23.
Yeah. What was it? 1 second. Yeah, roll for damage on that.
8, so that's 16 damage in total.
Okay, so you hit her for 16 points of damage. Yeah, you hit her. She sits and goes,
This is your legacy, Demetria?
and Demetria goes, "Oh yes, it very much is." And and she says, "It isn't hard to convince them to eat their own kin and the ones they cherish. And after all of the other preparations, that's all that's left to commit them to this life instead. And they all turn and look at you, one by one, sizing you up. And just now, we will roll initiative.
Can I do that whole entire, when they look at me, can I do that whole entire, like, quarterstaff in one hand and be like...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But let us roll initiative now for each of them.
Well,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
not dying.
I consider it often, but apparently I'm supposed to die.
Oh, what a breed.
19.
Oh yeah, it's a 4. Yeah. Of course, I've kind of been rocking the initiative rolls now recently, so.
Yeah.
Lucky number 13 for Kiki. Pew, 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 pew,
Mhm.
pew.
I wonder what
I don't
Tammy's
know.
mom had
I don't
to
have
say
a
about this
gun.
woman. I haven't been keeping up with what Tammy's mom has been saying. Have you been saying anything?
She asked
Oh,
if they're
yeah.
she asked if they're witches.
Oh, they're disgusting. Like you, girls.
Let me see 1 second. Let me pull up. I forgot to pull up Kyra's stats, which we will need. As this is happening, as you guys are, basically getting into battle position, and Demetria's just watching with this smile. What was it? As Demetria's just watching with this smile, Kyra goes, "The horn, the horn." I don't know that, and she goes, "Right," and she starts to center herself because her gift is her song, and she has to focus it in this moment.
Sweet girl.
Let me see. Let me just adjust something for just 1 second. Okay. This first lady, I guess we'll call her, looks at Krarin, looks at all of you, actually, turns and looks at all of you, and just twists and turns and beckons you closer and makes these gestures. And as she does, there's almost this allure emanating from her. And as she's doing this, you feel, like the goatlings before her, this almost unnatural force clawing into your mind as she is asking each of you to join the dance. And you actually, for a moment, consider it. And I need every one of you to make charisma saving throws.
Oh, great, because Gray's good at that shit.
You always say that. Like, every time you make a roll, you're like, "What? Well, that's fair." I'm not doing that against you. I promise.
Is this from a charm condition?
It's for a charm condition, yes.
So I think that Cray and I both have advantage, right?
Oh, yeah, we have advantage. Yeah.
All right.
Don't. That's a 9.
Did help.
9 for Kiki as well.
Okay.
18.
So, everybody. Okay, so Craven's the only one. Craven,
Oh, boy.
you and Kyra watch around as Euphemian stares at this woman with fascination, and Callista just sort of, her eyes glaze over as she considers it, and Kiki calms down from the rage for just a moment. Craven and Kyra, you two being two of the only ones in this room
Awesome.
of a clear mind. Let me just, I switched something real fast. Let me just adjust that. What was it? I had to switch the places of these two. Wait, that wasn't right. This is what I'm intended to do. Just for tracking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did I hit that one then, or?
Yeah, let me just, okay, this one, yeah, I'm tracking the notes wrong. Basically, I tracked something wrong, and I'm adjusting it.
Okay, cool.
Also, don't see myself in the turn order.
Oh, what was your action? What was your initiative?
Kiki has 13.
13? Okay. Did everybody else look good and set up and everything and beautiful? Callista,
yeah.
what's your initiative? Callista, what's your initiative? 7? Okay.
Yeah, Tyra's not on there either, but
Yeah, but it's Kyra.
Well,
Yeah.
she's like 20, right? So.
Yeah, she always takes one action at 20. This other...
You can take 2, I don't mind.
What was it?
generous.
Allie, you are... Okay, so hold on 1 second. It says that Allie's very quiet. I don't know why, because she's appearing as my side as loud as anybody. So let me see if I can figure out why. Allie, can you just say something for a second?
Testing, testing, testing.
Okay.
We're gonna get eaten.
Hold on, no, just Allie, 1 second. Allie, can you try something again?
Testing, testing, testing.
Tammy's mom, is that better?
Quickly, type faster. Type faster.
Alright. Okay, then
Yes.
I have no idea how that affected it on my side, but I was able to fix it. I still don't know. But, anyway. This other one, turns and... well, this one actually just turns, let me see. And charges, jumps on the table, and just, looks and bends down, all the way down, and grabs this plate and looks at Callista and just says, "Let's see the red." Smashes the plate and just and slashes the shard. As she does, strikes at you and does cuts you across the arm and does 5 slashing damage. Is that good? You take the damage?
Yeah, do I get another save?
No. You do not. Your mind is, you are of two minds right now. You are fully yourself. You are fully in control, but also you are preoccupied with the allure, with the concept of joining this dance. It's this concept that can't leave your mind as you're doing this, but you're also still in control of your faculties. Krayrin, it's your action.
Oh, wouldn't it be Kairos?
Oh yes, sorry, thank you. I should always do that. Kyra's action, she sees Callista get cut, looks at her, and then just focuses, closes her eyes, and lets out this music. And when she doesn't even open her mouth, but she holds up her hand, and you hear her music almost chime through the room. Just one note held through. This is the song of heroism. All of you can reroll 1 die until her next turn. What was it? Let me see 1 second. I'll just do that so I don't forget it. Krayrin, it is your action.
Okay. So, there's a couple of things I want to do here, and I want you to tell me if I can do it. So, I want to tell Kyra to run.
Okay.
I want to jump across the table, grab the horn,
Okay.
kind of like slide across to the other side.
I'm gonna put the horns, in my mind, the horns in the middle of the table. I could actually let you go there without even provoking an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay, because that's what I kind of want to do. I kind of want to, like, go and grab it. Because I thought it was this thing here.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to go into too much detail about the map since the audience can't see it. But like where you are, it's right next to where you are right now. So it'd be easy enough to do. Yeah.
Alright, so let's just say I kind of want to grab it and then kind of like move away and smack Kiki if I can. Get out of it!
Okay, if you're moving over to smack Kiki, you will move out of attack range of the other one.
Oh, I know. That's okay. I'm willing to risk it. But I kind of want to like scoop up the horn and like go smack Kiki.
As you run past
Can I do it?
yeah, as you're running, you go
Okay.
and as you're running, that one of them swings at you and just stay with me, slashes. Absolutely hits. I don't even need to check for that. Take 5 slashing damage around your leg as you run. You get to Kiki. Are you just like doing a melee attack, or are you just like gonna just like?
Yeah, I just want to smack her, but not like with my staff. I just want to smack her like across the face just to try to get her to get the like up.
Kiki, like I said, you guys are in full control of your mind. Do you want to attack, or do you defend, or do you want to let that happen, or what is your action completely unhindered by anything else I've given you? What is your response?
Right now, I can just imagine that Kiki's kind of like... Kiki doesn't dance, right?
Yeah.
She's like fighting it, but she's kind of like maybe just a little bit kind of spaced out, maybe starting to sway a little bit. And if Cray wants to like kick me or punch me, whatever, I'll just let it happen and hope to hell it snaps me out of it.
Yeah, like I just want to slap her. Snap out of it.
Okay, Kiki, I'm gonna let you say. Let's see, what's your base unarmed strike?
Jeez.
5 damage. I'm gonna say you just do 1 damage because you're trying to do enough to have hit her. So I'm gonna say you did 1 bludgeoning damage to her, and you just strike her across the face. Kiki, you get slapped. When you come back,
Snap 2.
when you sort of look back, you see Krayerin looking at you concerned, looking at you angry, smiling at the pain he just brought you. His eyes dark, but also his eyes clear. And you look around for just a moment, and everybody's shifting in and out of whether they are your ally that means you well, or whether they have malintent. And it, honest to God, is hard to tell why Krayerin just hit you.
Damn it.
At this point, you are having trouble parsing that. Cray, you did your action, you did your move, you have a bonus action left.
Well, my question, when I do an unarmed strike, does it have to be against, when I do an attack and I do my bonus action unarmed strike, does it have to be against the same person, or can I do it to somebody else?
I think you can do it to somebody else.
Okay, can I do that to, like, Euphemian now? I'm gonna go get the whole room pissed at me.
Sure.
Alright, can I, like, I don't know, shake him really roughly, but, like, punch him?
So are you hitting him?
Yes.
Alright. Euphemian, would you... Okay, so you didn't move there. Euphemian, would you allow her to hit you, or would you defend yourself?
I think I would just, be like, stop it.
All right. I'm gonna say, if that's the level of defense you're putting up, I'm gonna say, Krayerin, make an attack with advantage, because he is defending himself, but not at all well.
With my unarmed strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, with advantage. All right, let's do this. Unarmed strike. And one more.
Yeah. So you're trying. Okay. So you got an 11 reserves. So you're trying to grab him, and he's just slapping you away. And you actually can't get a hand on him because of that. If you want to do any Fury of Blows or any monk mockery or shittery, you're still going.
I'm good. I'm good for now.
Okay.
They're coming.
Oh, you get a reroll, Jen.
Oh right. Well, I know. Yeah, let me re-roll that. I'm gonna, since I won't have another chance, I'm gonna go and like re-roll my unarmed strike, if I may.
Go ahead.
First or the second?
Okay, you're struggling, and you're trying to hit him, and then finally you just stop trying to grab him because he's slapping away. Just slap him, and that one hits a 1 point of damage. Euphemian, you see Krayerin finally turn on you like he was always going to, but you also see Euphemian desperately trying to help you because this is a man that would die for you, and you know that deep down. And these are two truths living in your head at the same time. And
No. Sorry guys, I tried to get you out of it.
So what was it? Demetria, on her action, what was it? She looks at all of you, and she sort of steps back. And let me see something for a second. No, I'm going to say she actually takes a step forward, steps sort of specifically on the table, and you see when she's stepping out, you see her in her full glory at last. All of these vines, but you also see like flowers and lilies and roses and lilacs and everything, just almost flowing behind her like a dress, like following her, like a what do they call that at the train? Yeah, like a train. And she stands up, and her whole body's just covered in the beauty of nature. And she looks at Krayerin, and she goes, "Krayerin, I said I didn't want to fight you. And why can't we be friends? Why can't we just understand each other in this moment? Please. And she reaches out to you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against charm.
Is this a charm? Okay, so I have an advantage on this then.
Mm-hmm.
So you said, you said
Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, 17. Whew. Hope that's good enough.
You know a liar when you see one. And she looks at you and she goes, well, I have to try.
I say to her, but I have the horn in one hand and I smack my two friends, so I don't know what I'm feeling right now.
You still have, that's right, you still have the horn. You did grab the horn.
I have the horn, and I'm grabbing the horn and I smack my two friends, and I'm like, and then that's all I'm doing. I'm surprised Kyra didn't move, because I was telling her to run. Oh no, yeah, because that's what Craig would do. He'd be like,
what was it? This other woman runs up.
Oh, great.
Jumps over. I think Dimitri would go, in that case, get him. And let me see. When that happens, the other one that was sick and being held in Geigen's arms leaps up and runs across the table, just smashing the plates and kicking the food aside, and just with her claws that she now has, slashes out at you, and we're gonna roll attacks.
I hope
And
I
as
can survive long enough for you guys to wake up.
Callista, do you react to natural ones in this instance? All right, she slashes at you, and as she slashes at you, Cray, you can block this however you want without moving. Just whatever flavor you want to give for like a Callista story.
Use the horn.
You just block it with the horn, as she slashes, and her one of her nails, her claws just start to crack and break off. The horn being, as you pull it back and see, literally no scratches on it. As she just looks at it, just.
I'll just be like.
Gradually turning into Crayer and becoming Jackie Chan here. Like a Jackie Chan fight. Just dodging through a chair.
Making it look like accident, not intentional, but it actually works. That's Craig.
Oh my god. Cray is such a fuck up. It's so great. I love it.
And she looks at you, and she goes, she's angry for a moment before she covers herself, and she just says, let me run my fingers down your throat and kiss the blood out of your lips. Together. On the,
Okay, with all this happening, I'm just gonna say for flavor, Ben, Cray does not like girls now.
the journey to Ace is complete.
You're really into weird shit.
Cray is like,
Just confirming, I just used my reaction to write a verse.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
One.
Sure.
No, I just imagine Callista's like, oh fuck, this is good.
I think there'd even be a moment, because as per the magics of what's happening, you're not even sure whose side you're on right now as you're writing down this moment. On the Geigen's turn, he's going to step forward. Look at all of you. And reach down, as he's looking at you, with two of his arms on the right side, reach down and pull a shield and hand it over to his left arm, and another spear and hold it up to his top right arm, and another shield, and he's got two shields and a spear right now.
oh no. Okay.
And he's just gonna
To do the YMCA.
and he's just gonna stare at all of you, and that's his turn, is to just stare at all of you.
Damn it.
This other lady's turn near Callista. Callista, you hear this whisper behind you. Let me be your final thought.
What?
Let me be your final thought.
Oh.
And then you turn around and just this claw just swiping up. And let me see, what's your armor class?
It's 14.
You take 8 slashing damage as she cuts at you.
Knowing you guys.
Let me see. Yeah. And she just looks at you, so thoroughly satisfied with how well this is going. Kiki, it is your action before you go. I need you to roll a 1d10 with no modifiers or alterations whatsoever.
Okay. Come on, stupid mouse. Oh.
Okay. I need you... Your main action for this turn must be to launch an attack at the nearest enemy. And you do have a clear moment you understand who's on whose side, but you must attack an enemy. You can't do any other actions to help your teammates or anything. This must be your main action.
Okay. Am I still able to go into my rage? I did literally just got slapped in the face. What the fuck?
You can do whatever you want, but your main attack has to be driven towards attacking them.
Okay. So obviously the clearest enemy that I see is directly across the table from me. So excuse me, I will go into a rage. My rage this time will be these giant Dungeness crab claws that appear. Mm-hmm. And I'm scrambling on top of the table, and I'm gonna go ahead and take some snaps at Minad.
Which one?
However,
can you
the green one that was directly in front of me, between me and Kyra.
Okay,
yes,
yeah, that's the one attacking Craven. Okay, roll your attack roll against that one.
Okie dokie, action.
You swing at her, and she goes. Basically she's attacking Craven, and her claws are broken. And when you step up, she goes, "Oh yes, dance." And I want you to roll your attack.
Okay,
a 16
so 16.
That hits. Roll for damage.
That is going to be 5 plus... Wait, am I just 2 for my rage? Or did I go up to 3? Shoot. I don't know what my rage is. Give me just a quick second. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's still plus 2. Okay. So 5 plus 2, 7.
You hit her, and she screams out. And it's really hard to tell the meaning of that scream. Please continue.
Okay, and I believe I have my other claw attack to go swipe at her again. Because the claw... I do have 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I do roll again for the claw. So, that was one hand. Now my other hand, that's a 24.
Yeah, so a 24 absolutely hits. Roll for damage.
That one is just 5, because I don't get my rage bonus on that one, right?
So you snap at her, cut at her, and you're just cutting at her arms and her chest and just putting her, tearing at her. Yeah, that's 5. As she falls back and cries out. Yeah, is there anything else? And I think that's your full turn, right? You moved, you did... Yeah, Callista, I need you to roll a 1d10.
Well, sorry, just to double check. Is my rage just on my first attack, or would I get the extra 2 on the second claw bonus as well? I'm honestly not sure.
I think it's on every one.
It would be on each? Okay, so then it'll be another 7.
Mm-hmm.
So add an additional 2 to that last one. Sorry.
Okay, that's no problem. Yeah, and you can launch your rage and do this. What was it? Callista, I need you to roll a 1d10 and tell me the result.
2.
Okay. Yeah, 2. Okay, 1 second. You are looking and seeing, and everything is hazy as you sort of begin to lose sight of who's good and who's bad and what is happening here. Would it would Callista fight back on this then, or would she just give in to this, or what would her reaction be?
She would try to stay lucid.
You pull back and try and do this, and try and force these thoughts out of your head. And you're almost, as you're moving, you're almost clawing them out of your head, it feels like, as you're ripping this out. And you let out this cry in your mind to everybody around you. They see you moving almost like you're dancing as you hold your head and let out this hideous laughter. And Callista, you take 12 psychic damage. You have your bonus action as the world snaps back into focus.
Okay.
You have a potion? Can you take a potion?
I don't think I can do it as a bonus action. Hey, do I count as a creature I can see within 60 feet
Yep.
of me?
Yes.
I would like to use my healing light on myself.
Sure. Let me. Which one's healing light? Let me see. Where's that under?
Part of my warlock. It's I have 2d6 healing pool that resets when I finish a long rest. So as a bonus action, I can heal one creature within 60 feet that I can see.
I don't see it on your spell list. What level is it?
It's not a spell. It's a class feature.
Oh, your healing light. Okay, yeah. How much are you healing yourself? Sorry.
I'm just gonna use one of the d6.
Okay, so roll 1d6.
Hey, 6.
All right, heal yourself 6 as you sort of touch your own chest, and this light emanates almost like a light source emanates under your hand and starts to wash over and heal you. You can move, but you're out of actions.
You know, I don't know that I want to move.
That's fair. Euphemian, roll 1d10. Oh no, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me back up on something. Kiki, can you give me a charisma saving throw?
Oh, thank God, I was going to ask if that saves.
That's a good point. Okay.
Remember,
You're
you can re-roll, right? At
Yes.
the end of,
Yeah.
You can re-roll if you want to. Oh no.
I was lost in my windows. I didn't know if I thought I was muted. Okay, yes, I'm gonna re-roll that. Damn right. Charisma. Come on. That's an 18.
All right, Kiki. As you're fight, and okay, I'll get you in a second. Callista, can you make a wisdom save or charisma saving throw with advantage?
Yeah, that would be a natural 20. So
Yes.
Perfect.
No, that's 25.
Perfect. So both of you, when this is happening,
Hey, reaction.
was it?
Another verse.
Oh, lovely. As this is happening, what was it? Both of you sort of, the laughter of Callie, the laughter scream of Callie pierces both of you. She pulls this out of her mind, and the world snaps back into focus for her, and sharply snaps into focus for Kiana, Kiki as well. Both of you have full control of your faculties again. Euphemian, I want you to roll a 1d10. Okay.
I saw what happened with what's her name? 2 is not good, so I'm gonna re-roll.
Oh, does it apply to that? Oh, fucking. All right.
Well, I mean,
We were never friends. Please continue. Yeah.
hey, there's a 10.
Well,
Euphemian, you have always held tight to your intellect and just. Things aren't making sense right now, but if you focus, and for this one turn, you have not dispelled the ability, but for this one turn, you are completely unhindered.
Well, I'm going to run down here, and at second level,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. I want to change the damage. I think I'm going to try to change the. No, I think I'm going to stick with fire. I'm going to cast Burning Hands at second level.
Okay.
Demetria and the 2 main ads that are down there.
Okay. Can you just... Oh, these... Okay, I get you. Okay, is that a dexterity saving throw for each of them?
It's a dexterity saving throw for each of them.
Okay.
Half damage on a save.
Okay, give me 1 second. What's the target number?
14.
Okay, and roll your damage.
Hey, that's just like our episode number, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 12 damage. And I'm gonna say the wave of fire, you know, I'm still working on this enchantment, so it comes like dangerously close to Callista, but doesn't actually envelop her.
As you throw this fire out, it hits each of them. As they all scream out, what was it? The two Maenads, these twisted, grim parodies of satyrs, cry out in shock, but literally more shock and surprise that it's happening than anything. And then Demetria actually cries out in pain and stumbles back for a second. And as you see Demetria, she's rapidly tending to the wounds on her body, as even just that was able to mostly bring her down. As she was not lying about how easily you guys could take her out. She knew that. As she's just... And the others, all of them took full damage. None of... Demetria did not have time to stop it. The others didn't think to stop it.
I see life page above Demetria's head. Everybody else is good.
God.
It's just the green highlight around them.
It's just...
And the Geigen, too. You can see the...
Can you see the numbers? Can you see the numbers?
No.
Okay.
No numbers.
Alright, thank you.
Just the life meter.
Okay, the life meter... I'm okay with the life meter, mostly. I mean, that's just...
Okay.
But anyway, Euphemia, you have the rest of your turn.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna try to go for my save.
Okay, roll a charisma saving throw. And as you
Won the
do...
battle but lost the war.
As you do, the confusion sets back in. As you trying to hold on to clarity of what's happening at this moment and the necessary nuances of your magics is too much, and you collapse back into confusion. Let's see. This lady, one of the crazed creatures next to Callista, just smiles. Let me bury what's left of you. And she screeches, and you see her eyes widen and her mouth twist into this scowl as this absolutely feral energy. She dives at you with a fury and lack of any sense of preservation. Her only thought is with claws and teeth to ravage. She is doing a reckless attack with both hands, with both claws.
Against whom?
Against Callista. As she slashes at you, she had advantage on both of her attacks, and every one of the 4 dice rolls hit. As she just cuts into you, screaming furiously and laughing. And she does 11 points of slashing damage as she cuts blood into you and looks at you and just goes, "Oh, sweetling." How much health do you have left?
1.
Cool.
I'm sure this will be fine.
This other Maynard runs over to Kyra and slashes at Kyra. Likewise, with absolute reckless abandon. 1 second. And as she slashes at Kyra, Kyra cries out, not in agony, but just like shock and pain. She as this rips into her with absolute fury that can only happen with complete and perfect focus on the purpose of causing pain. And she does 16 slashing damage to Kyra. Craig, did you actually tell Kyra to run?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cause I was like, Kyra, run! And I grabbed the horn and then smacked my two friends, and the horn is a Jackie Chan move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kyra looks at you all and just goes, Callie? And she runs. She disengages and she runs. And as you know, she covers a heck of a lot of ground. What is it? She's going to move. Yeah. And she says, Callie, and then she looks at Kyra, or Crayrin, and she knows she trusts Crayrin. And she's out of the room. Crayrin, it's your action.
Okay,
Got
so
advantage on one of them.
huh?
Yeah, I'll put a mark on them for you guys. But if any of them went crazy and reckless, and I described it as such, then you would have advantage. So I will put something on it marking them. If they have that little mark on them, then you have advantage when you attack against them, because they are so crazed they have no sense of self-preservation.
Oh, I get that, but Cal's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do... Shit, it's Dimitri next, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I need to do is I need to get down over to Callista here,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume this is like nearby her. Like I kind of want to be like here, or maybe like here. Anyway, I just want to be near her to like
Mm-hmm.
to give her a potion, if I can do that. That'll probably be my whole turn, right?
Yeah, I think it'd be a bonus action to hand her a potion, but if you wanted to, I mean, could you feed someone a potion? Is that allowed?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, could I just like take the potion, like shove it down her throat?
That's your call.
Yeah, I think that is your call. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I want to shove things down her throat.
I genuinely don't
God,
know.
Frank.
I genuinely don't know. I've never had to rule. I've never had to rule on that. I've never had to rule on that.
I mean, you let Bree do it when I was unconscious.
That's fair, but you're not standing and fighting at that moment. Okay. Sure. Okay, so Callista, you just feel like this hand on your shoulder, and you just turn around, and I think if I have a good good peg on Crayrin, there's not like a lot of like, let me save you, my friend. There's just sort of this bottle in your throat all of a sudden. It's just
Romance.
Callista, roll. What level healing potion was it?
I don't know.
The regular.
Two regular 2d4 plus 2.
Wait, what do you use? 2 regular?
Like
No,
a
it's a
regular,
regular
potion?
potion.
So it's like 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought you were saying you were using 2 potions, and I was confused. Yeah, roll 2d4 plus 2.
Me or
Yeah, Callie.
Okay. I'll use my healing dice. 4.
Total, so it's 6 total. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
heal
that's it.
you heal 6. Crayrin, you have your bonus action.
Worth it. God damn it. Well, I know we talked about this before, so I'm gonna go protect her.
Protected. What are you? Oh, so who you're protecting, Callie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put myself on top. No, I'm kidding.
What did we agree on before?
that they would be attacking me.
Yeah, that they would just focus on you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you do that, position yourself where you want to move, bearing in mind that you might, if you step in the wrong place, you might give an opportunity to attack other people.
Oh yeah. Like I think, well, that's where I was, right? So I I guess my question to you is, if I was going to protect her, do I have to put my token on her? Like
No.
a token on
If you're protecting somebody, I think that you would draw the attention of anybody that's like that you're between the two of them. Do you know what I mean?
So I wanted, So I wanted to be like in front of her. I know I was gonna get an attack of opportunity from this asshole here, but I kind of wanted to kind of like.
If I could put you there, then that would do that.
Is that okay?
That's valid. You're valid. So you move and you jump, and I'm trying to keep this as like audience accessible since they can't see the map. But you jump down from the table, take your quarterstaff, and move over to step into position to protect Callie. As you jump down, one of the ones on the table swipes at you and does 6 slashing damage.
Motherfucker! That's all I say. It's a good thing we can swear on this stream because I don't think I can not like.
Let me see.
Should have taken him out. Fuck.
Let me think. Okay, on Demetria's turn, she turns and looks at all of you. She holds herself, like, sort of nursing her wounds, and turns and walks over to the Jigen, and doesn't even stop moving. Like, she walks in his direction, and as she does, he has with two of his unarmed. He's got shields on his lower arms, and then a spear in his top arm. With his middle arms, he just grabs her and holds her the same way he was holding the other one. And just holds her close, and he just says, "You'll be safe." And that is her whole action. She doesn't even acknowledge you guys. This other, what was it? This other lady over here. Actually, you know what? At that moment, this other lady turns to Kiki, smiles, and gets ready to pulls back her hand to attack. I think that's going to be where we take a 10-minute break, if that's all right. I know the timer's going to say 15 because I have to adjust that, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
And so, could you do me a favor there, Ben, when you're saying which one is attacking? Could you like ping it so I know which one is attacking?
Gotcha, perfect.
Okay.
Mouse over in
One in front of
initiative.
me, obviously.
Cool.
Oh yeah, does this show it up too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
One sheet. Click on them in the list. I think it also will show.
You just hover your mouse
Oh,
over it
okay,
in the turn
okay.
order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just
Man, I
hover-
learn things every day.
All right, we're
just
gonna
hover your mouse over the turn order and you can see.
be
Okay.
back at 45. My time is 8:45. I don't know what time it is for you guys. The timer's a little off here, but I'll be back in a minute. I'll see you guys very soon. Okay, that helped. Yeah, that did it. That's what it was. Wow, I made a really silly mistake, and now the mistake is fixed. And welcome back. I had things drawing from basically the wrong sources, the very short version of it. And now everything's lined up perfectly. Cool. That was a learning experience
I
for
my frame down here.
That's a learning experience for Ben. And then we're gonna just do that. Hold on, we gotta fix Jen's screen. That was all Ben. That was all Ben. Cool. Tammy's mom doesn't like it when I dunk on myself, so I'll just leave that alone.
He's learning! Yay!
That's right. Yeah.
She's a
It
good
only
mom.
took mom. She's a very good mom. Wow.
This other Manid, this other witch woman, slashes and attacks at Kiki with one of her broken claws. Both of her attacks hit.
You're raging.
She hits you, slashing at you. She slashes, one claw swipes across you, the other claw swipes, but the one that's ripped up, I'm going to say, does a little less damage. Between the reduction there and your rage, she does 5 slashing damage total as she cuts into you. As she just looks at you and just smiles, so very happy with what's happening here. On his turn... God, I can't believe I messed that up. Okay. On his turn, the Gigan marches forward pretty confidently. Let's see. He marches forward, strides across the hall, carrying Demetria in his arms. Walks past, pretty sure that no one's going to oppose him as he just walks past the and it's clearing out of his way for a moment. Kiki, you would have an attack of opportunity at him. Would you take it?
Absolutely.
All right, roll against as armor, which actually does. Roll your attack roll. Let's go with that first.
21 for my first claw.
Well, you get both the claws and an attack of opportunity.
Do I?
You just get one attack of opportunity.
Let's just double check that because it does say whenever you make an attack with it, you get a second one.
Let me double check that. With your claws. Once on each of your turns, when you use a claw with using the attack action. This was not the attack action. This was a reaction. Okay.
Well, regardless, it's still a 21.
All right, roll. You snap through. Oh, that hits for 10 damage. That's wonderful. You hit him for 10.
Plus, my rage doesn't count on attack of opportunity.
It would. So that's 12.
12.
You slash him with 12. As you're slashing, you have focus, but he blocks you with both of his shields, and you realize he's factoring both of his shields as he is getting double armor class bonuses from his shields. But you tear through and cut into him and drive the claw in, and you do the 12 points of damage. But yes, he has significantly higher armor class for someone of his type because he's holding both shields. As he walks by, and with this, he's holding her with both hands. He's holding a spear in one hand, two hands holding a shield. With one more hand, he throws open the door and just goes, and you hear out of nowhere these notes hit the floor. These notes hit through the room, just beautiful melody flow through the room as he just falls to his knees and then just collapses on top, almost like holding on to Demetria carefully, but he falls asleep holding on to Demetria. As the door opens, and I think Euphemian and Kiki would look over and see, and you see, standing by the door, holding a pan flute, looking absolutely terrified, Laureus goes, I panicked, I think I got involved. Do forgive me. I heard the screaming. That was his,
Love that little guy.
that was his, that was his held action, but I'm now adding him to the, initiative. Let me see one second.
He is now Cray's favorite person in the whole wide world, and he might just believe in love because of it.
Kiki, he goes, I do hope you'll forgive me. I do hope you'll forgive me. I thought that maybe if I got a gift for Euphemia, he might appreciate it, but then suddenly I heard the screaming and I just couldn't help it. And he looks over. As he's talking, Kiki, you can just take your action because he is just going to ramble.
Absolutely, yeah.
He has,
I'm just going to go ahead and take my claw attacks at the same witch in front of me here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So 11 is my first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then 9 is my second one.
You know, you do have reckless attack if you wanted to, which would give you advantage on both, but would give everybody that attacks you advantage as well.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, I will do it reckless.
That is my devil's offer. Go for it.
Okay.
If she attacks the one that did a reckless attack, doesn't she already have advantage?
Oh, that's true. She does. You already have advantage. Good call, Callista.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So because I did roll my twice already, does that count as the one?
Yeah. So roll. I'd say you get one more roll. Your first roll 2 dice, and these will be both of the attack rolls done over again. So this first roll's for your second.
16
okay.
and 20.
Okay. Well, let's just both of those hits. So roll double damage, or roll 2 damages. Roll two attack damages.
6. So plus rage 8,
Mm-hmm.
and 7 plus 2, 9. So 8 and 9, 17 total
17.
damage.
You, Kirsten, step cutting at her, and she just cut into her, and she just goes, just completely giddy with the exchange here as you start to see this blood pouring from her body. She takes 17 damage. She is now looking wounded, near breaking at this point, and she's just deliriously happy. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it. I'm going to stay where I am.
Let me see. This other bandit is going to. Let me see. It was this one that did that. Okay. This other bandit is going to look at Craven and goes, "Oh, you're protecting her, but we don't even have to fight." And weaves her hands back as the magic begins to flow through. And I want each of you to make a charisma saving throw. Advantage to those of you that are resistant to such a thing.
So is that just me and Cal, or does that
Yes.
include Euphemian?
I don't know if he has advantage. That's on him. But
No, I'm sorry. Are you meaning everybody in the room?
all four of you. Yes.
Okay,
And that's charisma
sorry.
you said, right?
Yes. It's
The 5.
Oh wait, that's not right.
Allie, can you type it in the chat so we know?
Yeah.
All right.
12 for Kiki.
Okay. So that's 12 for Kiki. 14
Wait, why
for.
did I do it twice? What
I
did
don't.
I do?
Your first roll was just the with the
Okay,
advantage.
I don't know why. Okay,
Okay, so you got 14. Craven got 14. Kiki got 12. Callie got 25, and Euphemian got 5. This magic is resisted by everybody but Euphemian. As
wasn't he
Euphemian,
already?
yeah. So that would just stay with them. Everybody else, you all resisted this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put this on her. I'm gonna put on her. She has a timer thing, which is for me. Callie, it is your action.
That's some pretty strong. Ninjas can't catch you if you're on fire. Energy.
Yeah. So I'm. Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself. I'm gonna
Mhm.
shout out to Demetria. It's not too late. You have to stop this.
Mhm.
And then I am going to. Oh God. I was gonna give Euphemian Bardic, but now I don't know.
I could just punch you in the head.
Yeah. Turn around and just use it right on me. You know what? I will give Cray Bardic.
All right. Cray, what do you say to Cray?
Really do like me. And then.
Cray, you have Bardic Inspiration. Is there anything else you want to do? That's a bonus action, so you still have your action, Callie.
My action is mirror image.
Oh, that's right. So you have mirror image on yourself. So yeah, you throw this out, and 3 Callistas appeared next to you, standing on the table, standing behind you, Crayerin. Yes, perfect. Is that your turn?
That is my whole turn.
Euphemian. I'm gonna do some fuckery.
D10?
I'm rolling a d10.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh wait, I can move.
All right.
Oh.
Take your action.
Okay.
I'm not telling you the result of the d10.
Alright. I am going to.
I will tell you. Actually, I will tell you. Your main action must be to attack.
Okay. I'm going to fire over at the Maynard.
Mm-hmm.
With a. Does it have to be an attack, or does it just have to be like a hostile action? Can I cast spells?
It has to be an attack. It has to be an attack. A spell that's an attack spell works. Like the ones that make
so-
attack rolls.
That makes an attack roll. So,
Mhm.
okay, that leaves me with Ray of Frost. So.
Or Scorching Ray.
Yeah, but I don't want. I've got one second level spell.
Well, no, I was just trying to help you with the rules. I'm not suggesting it at all. So Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost it is at the Maynard.
Okay.
That,
Roll
he's dealing with.
roll with advantage.
shit.
Alright. That's a critical hit. That's 2 nat 20s, which is 1 in 400 chance of happening. Roll 2d8 for damage.
Can you do that thing, Cal?
Yeah, that's another reaction from me. That's a third verse for this combat.
Alright.
This.
So 12 total.
Everything's blurry and you're trying to hold on to who's good, who's bad, and what's happening, and you see the face of the person that absolutely means you and your friends harm, and you let out this ice, and a very shocked, surprised, and unamused cry of pain. As reality sets back in, Krarin, take 4 ice damage.
Oh.
Or take, what is it? What is the matter? Was it 5, 10? Take 10 ice damage. Or, what? No, it's 12. Take 12. You rolled a 4, which had you attack your nearest ally. You were not rolling advantage, you were rolling disadvantage for using a ranged attack for someone adjacent to you. But you hit 20 on both of them.
That's crazy luck.
That...
Stop you guys! Keep going!
I hope this will benefit Cray at some point.
I figured that was a rules fair depiction of what's happening here, but that cry of shock and unamusement jolts you back, and Euphemian, you have full agency for the rest of your turn.
Shit.
I'm 1 verse away from another bump to my bardic.
Callie, you can still document that, but please keep in mind that was whenever he hit Krarin, if you're actually writing what happened.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Krarin probably deserved it, or will do something very shortly to deserve it.
It's appropriately titled hubris.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Euphemian, what's your bonus action?
Oh, I feel bad.
As Reed or as Euphemian?
Yes.
My bonus action, I feel bad.
That's valid.
I kind of, since there's temporarily reality coming into my head, I'm going to realize that I'm impaired. I need help. I'm going to expend my powerful stuff where I can. I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on Cray.
Oh, wonderful. All right, and that gives.
So.
Yeah, you want to explain that?
Krarin. Well, I'll cast it. I'll put it there. For your action, instead of an attack, you can fire Dragon's Breath, and for a 15-foot cone in front of you, do 3d6 frost or cold damage.
Oh, fuck yes.
Because I'm doing it as a.
If I don't die, actually, I'm damn
All right,
close.
so how does this look? Do you just like tap Krarin, like to put your hand on his shoulder or something, or do you just like throw like? How does this work for you aesthetically?
I will go through and I will bring my scroll out, and sort of this dragon head serpents out of the thing, and sort of strikes Krarin in the back, and sort of comes up through, energy through the mouth.
Wonderful. So you get this energy flowing through you, and as you like breathe, you exhale like that. What type of damage was it? Ice, fire, cold,
yeah.
cold. Just and this chill comes out of your mouth as you understand what you have, and
what it's like to chew 5 gum.
Lorius, on Lorius's turn. Let me think. On Lorius's turn, he steps forward and goes, "My dears, I was breaking some rules, and I don't know how many more that I can break, but if you want to come with me, I think that we can talk about this later. All of you? Euphemian?" And he reaches out, and he holds out, totally almost missing the scale of the moment, holds out this thing that seems to actually be the gift he referenced for Euphemian. Holds out this small wooden top. Callista, I need you to make a perception check. You're muted. Unmute.
14.
Okay, I need you to make a perception check.
14.
Make
Yeah.
another one.
Okay. 13.
I need you to make another perception check.
What is happening here? That's a 6.
I need you to make another perception. As you look at this, you can't help but feel like there's something about this little toy that just demands your attention in a way that you can't explain. Lorius is holding his action, but he is gesturing towards the door. I'm not telling you what to do, but Lorius is very much a lover, not a fighter, and him doing anything, him helping with one thing ever, was kind of the max of what he can emotionally handle contributing to a fight. And he's sort of at the door, like signaling to you guys, like, we're leaving now, right? What was it? Let me see. And this other woman climbs up, jumps up at the table, and I'm going to say she does another reckless attack at Kiki. All right, 1 second. She starts to slash and tear into Kiki and just tearing at her. And she says, "Your pulse is my favorite song. Play it faster and faster." And she tears into you. She cuts into you. She actually crit, but all of the damage done together and calculated, she ends up doing about 8 slashing damage to you. And that's after all the resistances and everything. Sing. Let's see. This other one, she is going to do a very regular couple attacks at Kraerin. As she reaches, she's got the perfect moment to strike with Kraerin so distracted by everything going on. And she lunges forward the claw. And Kraerin, at this moment in the timeline, is whenever you get hit by Euphemian with the staff, or the magic, and also get the ice boost, you whirl around, and without noticing or being aware at all, just completely knock her hand away. She got a nat 1. Callie, for your sake, she got use 1 reaction, and she just, like, not even knowing quite what to make of that.
Cray doesn't know what to make of that because he's hanging, man.
Let's see. On Kyra's turn, she's going to... You hear her... You hear... She goes... You hear it down the halls. Wait, what are you doing here? And Lori turns around and goes... And holds up the top. And she goes... That doesn't answer anything. And she goes... Are you all okay? And gives you guys have a moment if you want to respond real fast.
No!
I mean, we're conscious.
For now.
What was it? She goes, Then let's leave and be safe. And you see this almost blue energy wash across the room for a moment as she channels the essence of her Song of Perseverance. Anybody that goes to 0 HP before her next turn has a chance of going to 1 HP instead. Krayrin, it's your action.
Okay. I do want to take some of these fuckers down first, though. And I gotta get Cal away from here.
I just became a lot harder to hit.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, there's 4 of me now.
Alright. In that case, I just want to take someone down. Okay.
It's a noble
Take yourself down. You're gonna take yourself down.
Yeah, but if I disengage, there's nothing I can do there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I would like to attack this one, and I want to use one of my flurry of blood.
Okay, yeah, can you ping it again?
Yeah, one that's right in front of Callista there. So
Alright, go for it. Roll. Do all your attacks.
Okay.
Just do them all up front, and then we'll do and then I'll give you the math afterwards.
Okay, so so my first attack is BAM! That.
25 hits. Okay, you can roll for damage on that one, I guess, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, roll for damage.
Damage will be boom, 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 boom. It is 9 damage.
Okay, so you hit her, and she yelps as you hit her. I'm doing 9 points of damage. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so I'm going to use a key point to do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Same attack.
Euphemian, by the way, do a charisma saving throw. I forgot to give you one at the end of your turn.
Oh shoot! Could have done the friggin' thingy. I forgot I had the thingy. Can I take it back?
What's the thingy? I don't know.
Not.
I don't know what the
I
thingy
can
is.
do the dragon breath thing.
Oh yeah, you can do that if you want to do that instead.
Sorry, I forgot about that. I'm so sorry.
That was a 13.
Okay, Euphemian, your mind is clearing right now. You will not have the condition on next turn.
Okay. So yeah, so could I say that instead I did the dragon's breath on these guys because
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So-
Well, yeah, so it's a cone. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So you're hitting. So do that. It's do they make a dexterity saving throw? So it's 14. Yeah. Okay, so we're rewinding that damage. You did not hit them for 9. We're retconning that.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. So they both make dexterity saving throws of 14. Roll the 3d6, please.
3d6 is 8. Boo! Oh, well.
Okay. So as you breathe this out, this ice breath moves forward, chilling both of them. The one that you were going to hit, the one near Callista, holds up her arm and backs away. The other one just is caught off guard completely. One takes half damage, and the other takes full 8 damage. That's your main action, and you have the rest of your turn. Flurry of blows.
Is that still considered an attack? Like, can I use my flurry of blows still, or no?
No, it's not.
No, it's not an
So,
attack.
yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna use an unarmed strike if I can.
Okay.
Using my opposite hand, just go BAM in the face if I can do that.
Roll for BAM in the face.
Do that?
Roll for BAM in the face.
Okay, so BAM in the face.
Absolutely hits.
Is 18.
All right, so
and
that's
I
1d4
want
plus 4.
to, 6.
All right, so you and then and just move and just BAM in the face, hitting her for 6 points of damage as she stumbles back and tastes the blood that's coming from her mouth now. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yeah, no, I think I'll just stay there.
Just a quick question: did we end up damaging Demetria at all?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we did.
You did with the flame burning hands.
Okay.
Yeah, Euphemian almost one-shot her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she is orange there. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Let me think.
No, you Vivian.
So, Demetria, on her action, let me move a second. Demetria, on her action, crawls out from under the Gigan, crawls out, and stands over in the doorway, and looks at Lorius, and looks at you can presume Kyra down the hall, and she looks around confused. And Kiki, you would see this, the others wouldn't. Lorius instinctively reaches and pulls the flute up to his mouth, and she just looks at him. And Kiki, you can't see the look because at the angle you're at, but he just lowers the flute. And when she gets up, he has waved his ready to action. And yeah, let me see. You see her just stride away down the hall. There's a limit to how much Lorius is going to get involved, and taking on a 500-year-old dryad is the limit. What is it? It's this maintenance action. This one of the women on the table is going to dive and slash at Kiki once more. Good lord. Good lord! This one just slashing, cutting at you, and at this point you're just, you have your claws, and just snapping back at her. And she's only able to land one hit, and she's barely a hit on you, as she scratches at you, and your body doesn't even register. She does 2 slashing damage. As you pull her back, and she just looks at you, she's, oh.
Tickles.
I like it.
For the Geigen's action, you guys are going to hear over the Geigen. Kiki, it's your action.
Ooh, I'm gonna kind of gag by hearing that. Like, ugh, that sounds gross.
I offended Tammy's mom, which is somehow my achievement of the night. Even as we're on the precipice of a TPK, that's my favorite thing that we've done.
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead with my claws still to the twit in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Reckless again?
Yeah.
She already has it. You already have advantage. You already have advantage because she was reckless.
I'm already. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's an 18 and a 21. So 21, obviously.
Right.
My first one.
All right. So that's 6. So you do 8 damage.
8.
You slash her for slash at her for 8. As you hit her, and she stumbles back, and now she's bleeding.
Okay, but she's still standing though, yeah.
Is this almost over? And you almost can't tell. You almost can't tell the inflection on that, but you can have another. You can do the rest of your turn if you'd like.
Damn right. I'm gonna go ahead with my second claw.
Mm-hmm.
Still advantage. So if that's a 14.
Let me check something. 14 hits.
Okay, so that would be 12.
Whoo!
I told her it was.
You take your claw and just is this just a killing blow?
Aha! Right at the neck. Snip off the neck.
Oh yeah, you just
Hopefully she's got a tiny neck.
you just go
Yeah. Hey!
and her head leans back and just keeps leaning back as she falls off the table. As part of her falls off the table, and then she just her body headless laying on the table, and you just hear the as it rolls down. She is gone, and no more.
And I will just turn and glare at the other one that's beside me. I guess half on the table.
She looks concerned for the first time. She's almost seems to be understanding her actions for just a moment. This one down here, 1 second. This one looks at Craven and goes, "No dance?" No dance. Dives at you with a reckless attack. And let me roll for damage.
Again.
Oh no! Right.
Slashes at you.
Oh.
I go next.
It is its own flurry of blows as she just tears into you, and then by the time she cuts into you, you're just seeing her in front of you, and then everything's going red as you realize you're not falling, as she's holding the back of your head and holding you as you're bleeding.
Ew, she's eating me. Blech.
Hush now. You take 12 points of damage and you are now in death saves.
Oh yeah, I'm on death saves for sure.
Doesn't she get to do the contest against the resilience.
Yeah, wasn't it? Doesn't
Oh, that's
isn't it
true.
Song of
That's absolutely
Perseverance?
true. That's absolutely true.
Song of Perseverance.
I need
man.
you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Save. Oof. Okay, let's try. Fail me now.
Okay,
19.
Give me a moment then.
I was gonna offer you your bardic, but I don't even need it.
Well, there was
Well,
that.
we'll
Can you do me a favor? Can you make another con save?
Sure. I will make one more con save. And that. Ooh, that's a 4.
Okay.
Can I add the bardic to that?
Yeah, if you want to.
And that's a 1d6. Was it
1d6.
count?
Yeah.
No lower than 2.
Oh, I don't know. Then.
That's a 9. That's a 9.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so basically the con save. Here's the math on what just happened. I combined the 2 attacks because I do that to hurry things along. But really what happened was she slashed at you twice. The first attack you did a con save against because it was 6 damage, and you passed. So you had 1 hit after the first attack. For the second attack, she hit you again for 6 damage. The DC on the con save is... Wait, hold on, what was your total? 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the DC is 5 plus the damage taken. So the DC was 11.
Ugh.
So you held on, but until, yeah, we're back to hush now.
Well, okay. Hush now, baby. Don't say a word.
Callista, it is your action.
Alright.
Oh, that's fine too, because if that hadn't played out that way, then it technically would have failed 1 death save because she would have hit you while you were dying. So that did help you.
So, you know, I gotta do it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes me with a level 2 Cure Wounds
Mm-hmm.
for Frank. So I will just, like, almost not even looking at Cray, like, looking at her, like, get your hands off of him. And I'm going to grab him by, like, the shoulders or the side of the face, whatever I can get my hand on. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh, alright. Go for it.
So that's 2d8.
It's the first time women are fighting over Cray.
Oh, remarkable.
Just to
He's
appreciate
not
it.
he's not even conscious.
You guys!
What?
Jeez. I rolled a total of math. 14 plus 3.
Holy
17
shit.
hit points.
You roll 17 hit points.
Holy
As
shit.
Everything
Oh,
everything you want to be to your friends, for your everything you want to be to your friends, everything you want to be to Kyra, and most importantly, everything you've wanted to be in your life to be kind and to help people, channels into this. As Craven, you recover. You are now at 14 health.
Holy shit.
And then, you know, I'm gonna get some bardic. I'm gonna say, can you light these bitches up?
Did I... My question, too, is when I died, did I drop the horn?
Yeah, I guess it would have fallen to the floor. Yeah, you've had the horn in your hands this whole time, but we haven't been accounting for that.
Yeah.
I guess rigor
No.
mortis didn't set in yet.
Basically,
No.
I was like, and then boom, boom, boom. Like, I've been using one hand.
I'll tell you right now. Here's what I'll give you. If you want to use your reaction to pick up the horn right now, I'll let you, and then you won't have a reaction until your next thing.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
good with that.
So your eyes open, and you see her holding you and just smiling, this very sincere, like, lover's smiles. You push her back and just grab the horn and just snap.
Actually, for flavor, can I kiss her?
Sure.
I'll be like, thank you! And then I'll go,
I think she hasn't quite. I think what Jen's saying is Kramer didn't quite register who's where and what's happening. Just kissed, just
Yeah.
gratitude kissed the man in.
Just gratitude, kiss, and then grab the horn. This is
You kissed the wrong goat woman. Is that what just
Yeah.
No, I kissed you.
Oh, you kissed Callista. Oh, we thought you were saying you kissed the monster lady. Oh no, you kissed Callista.
Yes.
Is that I think that's the first team. Is that the first teammate kiss? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's amazing.
No, you
guess
Simeon
Cray.
got something.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, this last week also, or 2 weeks ago.
Okay, Craven, put yourself at 14 health on your sheet. That is wonderful. Callie, I believe is that your whole turn?
Yeah.
We found time for romance in this fucking session.
It's
Yeah.
daters. It's what we do.
These young ladies trying to tear you apart to the ribbon and bone, and you still found time for the shipping. It's priorities. Euphemian, it's your action. I believe your head is clear, right?
My head is clear as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
Shit. But any of my area of effect attacks are pretty much not going to work if I cast them through Cray and set him on fire again.
I'm
So
okay with that.
That might be problematic. Yeah.
Could you move?
I could move, but there's no... Like, I don't think I can move to a position where I'm not simultaneously taking multiple opportunity attacks to get to that point.
Mhm.
Or, yeah, I don't think that that's something that's practical.
Crab battle.
Looks like both of these guys here are moderately injured, I suppose. The two that are directly facing up against...
The two that are facing Krarin and Callista?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to back up, get more towards the back corner here.
Okay. Then you'd be able to see, you would see Demetria walking past Kyra, who's just got her quill out. And, I mean, all of these turns are like 6-second rounds that are theoretically happening at the same time. So there's not like a big, event happening here. But you would see Kyra writing with her quill, making notes, and sort of looking at Demetria as Demetria's giving her a weird look and just moving by. Like, the two of them are like, for their own different reasons, are not interacting at this moment, but are aware of each other.
Right. Do I want... No, I'm gonna try to get some of the heat off you guys. I'm going to cast... what can I do here? I'm gonna go with Toll the Dead on the more injured of the two Minads.
Alright.
Has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, these things, I'm guessing, without looking at the stats, I'm guessing they don't have a lot of wisdom since they are pure feral and carnal instinct. Yeah, I'm right, okay. What's the number they're trying to hit?
14.
Okay. Let me see. Roll for damage, 1d12.
It's not gonna let me do that, so...
8.
8 damage, and I'd like to make that cold.
You just change that?
Yeah, class. Sure. I can switch it with any damage type that I have at that level.
You hear boom as like this bell gong rings out. I'm gonna say it's like just evoke this chill goes through the air, and she shudders and leans back, and just looks at you and goes, "Oh no, come closer." As she rolled a 15. She actually rolled a 16 and got -1. She passed that check. Unfortunately. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
When she says, "Come closer," I'll go like this. Come get it.
You know what? I can't deny that. She's got her eyes on you now. I cannot deny that. Lorius's action, he's going to step over the guy again. Excuse me, I apologize. It was the heat of the moment, and step by, and he's going to walk over and run over to Euphemian. And just,
Ship them too!
he's just going to, look at you and just be like, are you okay, my dear? Are you alright?
I'm fine. The rest of my party are somewhat less fine. If there's anything you could do, I appreciate your help.
I'm
I
gonna
won't be able to get out without some kind of assistance.
I want you to roll a persuasion check because he desperately wants to help you guys, but you need to convince him everything about who he is. Yeah. 12. 12.
I've got Bardic. I'll throw a Bardic on that.
Okay.
So that's what, 8?
1d6 for now.
13.
Can't be lower than 2.
Lower, so 2 on top of that, 14.
He looks. There are rules. And that's his turn.
Can I use my reaction?
What
Write another verse
What on based on what?
on the fact that he added my bardic and failed anyway.
That's allowed? That's one of them?
That's one of the things that triggers
Okay.
my verse.
Alright.
Irony. Oh no, it's only a saving throw. I'm sorry.
Euphemian, you may continue to make appeals to him as a bonus action on your turn.
Okay.
Darn it.
On this one's turn, let me see 1 second. This one is going to move into the middle of the table, getting closer to Callista, but still keep her eyes on Kiki, and just say, let me think. What would she say? She would just say, "Bring the rage this way. Hack and slash, and break until it's completed." And she would just tear, and she lets out this cry and just tears at you. She is doing a reckless attack as well, and she tears at you. Kiki, if she did fail every one of those, how would you react? What does it look like when Kiki blocks 4 attacks at once, basically?
I would imagine kind of like what the monk shit would look like. Just boom, boom, like I'm not even trying. With my little claws, poof, poof, like send them off, bounce off my claws.
And you just see
Like
her.
how Euphemian was like trying to get rid of me.
No, no, not quite like that.
And you see her just knock back and look at you, offended that you're not letting her rip you apart. This other lady's turn. I think this one. Let me see. Euphemian, which one did you? You were targeting the one that was by.
Closest to Crayer in there.
Okay, yeah. So this other one's going to slash at Callista, but she's not going to use Reckless. She's just going to use a regular attack.
Let me tell you if you're attacking me or not.
Fuckaroo.
You're attacking me.
Okay. And I love... Okay, my favorite thing, by the way, Tammy's mom not knowing how D&D works in the first session and now giving Tammy advice in this session is my favorite fucking character arc in tabletop history. Tammy's mom, we fucking love you. So she's attacking you. And she looks at you and just goes, "Oh, you can't hide. Your heartbeat sings to me." Slashes out. You take 5 slashing damage.
I'm up.
You're what?
I'm still up.
All right. That is her whole turn. Kyra runs to the door and just looks around and looks at you all and goes, "Callista, are you going to be okay?"
I hope so.
"You're going to be okay." And the blue magic just washes through the room again. Once again, the Song of Perseverance, giving you guys the chance to stay standing after you've been hit. She looks up at you. She's going to watch for you as much as she's allowed. Crayrin, it's your action.
Okay, well that was ineffectual the last time I was doing stuff, so now I'm gonna fight shit. So I want to hit this one, and I want to hit it with that flurry of blows I didn't get a chance to use the last time. So I'd like to hit it first with my quarterstaff, if I may.
Mm-hmm. Roll for it.
Boom. So first hit is 17.
Okay. That hits. Roll for damage.
Damage for that one is a 9.
Alright, you hit and strike and just knock her chin up as she reels back 9 points of damage.
And then I'd like to do a flurry of blows and like smack the shit out of her again.
All right, roll for shit smacking. Your first shit smack.
We should just call it all that.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. Too bad it's a dirty 20. 6. And
So you,
then I
oh
believe
yeah,
one more after that, right?
I need to stop skipping because we have to describe your dice rolls for the sake of the audience. Yeah, you do six.
Okay.
You do 6 bludgeoning damage, and yeah, you hit her. She stumbles back, and you're hitting her, and she's backed up against the table, taking your hits because you've knocked her with the staff and the fist. Do you want to hit her again?
Yes.
Okay.
One more time.
Using a key point. All right, go for it.
Yeah.
That's an 11. An 11 doesn't hit. Did you want to roll? Do you have any other tricks up your sleeve, or is that it?
Well, I don't want to leave Cal, so, I'm going to, where am I on the map here? I would like to, I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. Let me think one
For
second.
flavor, could I say that with my unarmed strike, I use the horn again?
You just beat her with the horn? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna let that happen.
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
Staff in one hand and wielding the horn in the other.
Yes,
Again, in the best way he knows how.
Just awesome. I love it, and I have to give the horn to somebody who's more than I am. But for right now, I'd like to use it to hit people with it.
We just come back with a broken horn.
Hey, what was it? Calculating things on my side. Yeah. Euphemian, you watch as Demetria continues to look like she's striding at like this confident, slow pace, but her body's actually moving quickly as she like strides across the floor, down the corner and out of sight. Basically using the dash action without even looking like she's breaking a sweat.
Run away, coward.
Geigen's, yeah, she will. The Geigen's action is to continue sleeping. Kiki, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go snip snip. Try to give the girl in front of me a haircut. Like by cutting off her head or something.
Alright, fair enough. Roll snip snip. Roll for snip snip. Did she do reckless? I think she did reckless. Okay, so you have advantage.
Okay, so that's 18 and 16, so obviously the 18 hits on
Roll
my
for-
first one.
Roll for
So
damage.
that's 10.
Okay, you strike her and you slash her with the claws for 10 damage. Continue.
Okay. 24 for the second one,
24 hits, roll for damage.
and that will be 9 damage.
You cut her. Her body is now bleeding profusely, and she seems to almost to be staggered in pain.
Good. That's it.
Is that your whole turn?
Yep.
All right. Let me see 1 second.
My friend.
Yeah. Okay. Craven, I need you to make an acrobatics check. What'd you get?
I got a 13.
All right. She looks at Euphemian's neck. And dives and tries to move past Craven. Craven, you are prepped for someone slashing at you, but not at someone literally just trying to move past you as if you're not there. And she almost shoves you aside, moves past. She rolled a 21 on her acrobatics check,
Oh, shit.
pushes past you, runs past. Craven and Callista, you both have a reaction for attack of opportunity if you have a spare reaction. You picked up the horn, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you haven't gone. Oh, no, wait, you've gone since then, so you do have a reaction.
Yeah. Okay, so
you wanna
yeah,
take
I'm
another-
totally gonna go. Oh, yeah.
Okay, roll attack of opportunity.
So,
I have a
it
reaction.
is...
Okay. Would you have a spare? Okay, you're going. Go Craven. Third. Do your attack, Craven.
So would that be my quarterstaff? Yeah, it was a melee attack, right?
Just one basic melee attack. Yes, whatever you want it to be for that.
So, I hit with a... I do not hit with an 11.
You roll an 11. She moves past. Callista, are you going to make a melee attack?
Yeah, and I think it doesn't make sense for me to have my rapier out, so I'm gonna do it with my dagger.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with you if you want to just pull your rapier out, but sure, go with the dagger. Yeah, go with it. Roll.
I don't think so. It's an 11.
All right, so she moves past both of you.
Sorry, Fimian.
Dives towards Euphemian. Let me see.
Did this one do any reckless at all?
1 second, please. This one charges towards Euphemian, claws out, and slashes. And Euphemian, you just hear the voice. No! And then just cries out as Lorius shields you and takes 6 slashing damage. He cries out and just tears down his face from the pain, because this is not a man who can take even a couple hits. And he just looks at you, Euphemia, and goes, "Are you okay?"
I'll give him a kiss.
Oh my god, somebody shipping!
And he's crying in pain, but his eyes are smiling as he lets go. This Maynard rolled with disadvantage because of Alorius' intervention. But 1 hit still went. Callista, it's your action.
Alright. So I'm going to look at the one directly in front of me. And I'm going to look over my shoulder at where I heard Lorius.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pull out my pan flute.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers. So, again, you've seen me do this with the lute, but this time I'm doing it on my pan flute.
Mm-hmm.
And I play a melody that only she can hear.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to make a wisdom save of 13.
Ooh, lovely. Okay, let's see. A wisdom save of 13. And what happens if she fails? Oh, let me double check.
She takes damage and must immediately use her reaction to move as far as her speed allows away from us.
Okay.
That's half as much and doesn't have to move.
And it's the one south of you that you and Cray are both dealing with right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You play this music. Roll 3d6 and tell me how much that would do.
12 total.
If it succeed. You...
Half if it succeeds.
You... Liz for her, and she just... No! No! She backs up. She does begin to back up and stumble away, almost stumbling off the chairs and everything around to get past away. I believe that does that provokes an attack of opportunity. From not from Krarin, who's out of reactions, but Callista, you would have your actions refreshed because your turn just started.
I'm holding my reaction.
Okay. She just stumbles away. She is broken near dying right now. Is that your whole turn? Or do you want to use your bonus action or anything?
Bonus action, I'm going to grab my chest again after hearing Kyra say that I was going to be okay, and I'm going to tap into my Warlock powers to do Healing Light again.
On yourself?
26.
Perfect.
Yeah. Another 6.
Heal yourself 6. I am looking at... Tammy's mom, Tammy's mom, I don't know if you're watching on Twitch, but if you're watching on Twitch on your computer or on one of those, you can check the D&D Beyond app. You should be able to see their stats below, and you should be able to see their health. And if you can see that, you can see how close they are to death. If you're watching on a TV or something, you won't be able to do that, but just so you all know. These fuckers are close to death. So much. Callista, is that your full turn?
Yeah, that's my whole turn. Oh, wait, actually, now that she's... Oh. Nope, I'm gonna just stay right there.
Euphemian, it's your action.
Okay. I'm gonna bring my scroll to bear, and I'm just going to unload 3 magic missiles point blank to this Maynard directly in front of him.
Oh, wow. Okay, roll for damage on all of those. Wow, that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Yeah.
Did you just... all these crystals just hit into this lady. As you see it, her body broken and wounded. As she looks at you, still fiercely determined to complete whatever work she thinks she has to do in her mind. She's dying, but she's not done yet. You have the rest of your turn.
I'm going to try to convince Lorius. Please, don't take any on my behalf. I deal with it to a degree.
He just nods.
And I'll sort of stand in front of him.
Okay. Lorius's turn. He looks at the Maenad. He looks at all of you, looks at the Maenad attacking Kiki, and goes... And you see him pushing through the anxiety here. He goes, "Excuse me." And she turns and looks at him deliciously. And he just says, he goes, "You are who you are, and I have to be who I am. So if I may." And he pulls out the pan flute and he starts to play this music for her. And her ears only as she watches and tilts her head.
Like a puppy?
And she looks at him. Let me check something for 1 second. And she goes, and she goes, "And what do you want here?" And I think he would say, "Come. You are who you are, but you don't need to die for that here." And he reaches out to her, and she just looks at him. And give me 1 moment. And she looks at him. I think we should play. And she walks and strides towards him. And as he does, he goes, "Perhaps?" She walks towards him, and as she gets ready to step down from the table, Kiki, you have an opportunity attack if you'd like it.
Absolutely. That's a 19.
Roll for damage. 9.
9 plus my 2, raging, 11.
11. And you strike... you strike her, and as you strike her, what was it? She takes 11 damage, and she cries out, turns and looks at Kiki, and looks at Lorius and goes, "Oh, you're clever," and dives towards him. Well, actually, no, wait, hold on. No, actually, know what? No, I think Kiki, yeah, she would attack Kiki at that point. Turns around, takes the damage, turns around and attacks Kiki. That's more accurate. Kiki, how many hits do you have? Okay. She hits you. She slashes at you and ends up doing overall 12 points of damage as she slashes into you again and again.
Oh, that is the reduced amount?
Oh, you're right. 13. 6 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
6 points of
Thank
damage.
God.
That sounds better.
As she
I
cuts
mean, I
into
was
you.
still okay, but
As she cuts into you, she turns her. She would run towards Lorius. You get the opportunity attack. She would turn and run back, which would give Euphemian an opportunity attack. Euphemian, would you like to use your reaction to take one?
Sure.
All right.
Let me see if I can remember how to do these.
Mm-hmm.
So I will use my dagger,
Mm-hmm.
because I am dagger.
Mm-hmm.
This is really giving me problems here. Why I'm refusing to bring it up beyond 20. It updated and now it's aggravating me.
Do you want me to roll for you?
I got it here.
Okay.
4. So that's an 18.
Roll for damage. I made a mistake. What'd you get? 3?
3.
3 piercing damage. I made a mistake. She turns to charge Kiki and then stands straight, and blood pours from her mouth as she contentedly falls to the floor. Euphemian, that was enough to kill her. So
yes.
Kiki, I'm reversing the 6 damage that you took, because if I did the timeline right, she wouldn't have had a chance to do that if I did the timeline right, because he would have stabbed her before she charged back at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes!
All right.
Euphemian, you killed with a dagger! Woo-hoo!
I'll just sort of surprisingly look at the dagger.
Ooh, it worked. What?
And you just see Lorius just completely deep amounts of guilt across his face. The next minute's action, in the corner, she looks at all of you and just goes, "It doesn't have to end. The song's about to end. But you can stay. Stay." And she moves and channels her magic towards you. I need each of you to make a charisma saving throw, advantages as necessary.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh, advantage. Oh God. Okay, so it's a.
No, not you, because you're not Fae.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just those of us with Fae lineage.
Thank God.
So that would be all that's left. Allie, what'd you get?
It is math. 23.
Okay, so Callista got 23, Crayrin got 15, Kiki got 1, Euphemian got 9. Kiki and Euphemian, once more, it becomes hazy to figure out who's friend or foe.
Reaction.
Go ahead.
Epic verse.
Okay.
Yes!
What are you channeling Kiki's failure? Alright.
Sorry.
And just for fun, I'm going to point out to Euphemian specifically that the way this works is that if you do get deeply confused, you attack the person closest to you.
Uh-huh.
No, Glorious. Well, I mean, the bad ugly chick is right in front of him. We're gonna say she's a hair closer.
Kyra, on her turn, she looks at Callista, nods, and looks at all of you, and looks at all of you, and you see her regain her composure as she just sort of smiles, stands up, takes the quill, and begins, and just like makes like this flourishing motion, almost like she's signing something, as golden dust sprinkles from the room, as she gives all of you, let me check, the Song of Heroism, allowing you to reroll 1 die. On your turn. And she looks at each of you. I think she would look at Kiki Kiki and Euphemian, and just look at them and go, "Bring it home." Craven, it's your action.
Okay, so I'm just gonna nod at Cal, and I'm gonna guy and attack the shit out of this guy.
Alright, roll an attack roll.
Roll an attack of
You're
shit.
attacking, for the audience's sake, you're attacking the one that's fighting Lorius and Euphemian.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll attack.
18.
18, roll for damage, 18 hits.
That's 8 damage.
So you slam into her back with your quarterstaff, and she cries out. She is she is on her knees. She's almost completely defeated.
Yeah.
You want to
Then I'm
attack
gonna
him?
Yeah, then I'd like to do my unarmed strike, and I'd like to hit him, her, it with an
Her.
unarmed strike.
Her, go ahead.
And yeah, and I hit with a 23.
23 hits. Roll for damage.
If this kills her, I want to say something.
Okay. That'll
damage.
8 damage will absolutely kill her. What do you want to say to her? And you can't just knock her out if you want to.
I'm just gonna say I'm so sorry, and I'm gonna take her out.
All right, and you just. Is it okay if she has time to respond, or do you just want to do this really quickly?
That's up to you. That's
You
just
pull
my
your hand back
favor.
and you say, "I'm really sorry," and she goes, "Why?" And she's just,
I'm sorry. Oh, that's Bob.
yeah. She genuinely does not understand why killing her is something that merits an apology. You have the rest of.
For flavor, could I just look at Lorius and just like give him like really sad, curry puppy eyes?
He's giving you really sad eyes. Like, he mouths the words, "I know." I believe that's your whole turn. Demetria takes her turn, but it's off screen, so I'm not going to narrate it. The Geigen's sleeping. He's got a little bit longer to go. Kiki, it's your action.
Okay, you're saying though that I'm confused, or is that now broken?
Oh, sorry. Let me roll that for you. Let me roll that for you.
Good news, guys. Because you failed, though, now the minimum you can roll on a bardic inspiration is 3.
It pays to suck.
Kiki, I need you. You must attack the man this turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack the body then.
The one in the bottom, the one that offered you to dance. The last one left is in the bottom corner.
Oh, way down there. Okay.
Yeah, there's exactly one Manded left, and she's the one that's broken and bloody.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see that one, so I'm gonna run down the table. I'm gonna jump and go for snip snip.
All right, roll. Is this a reckless attack or a regular attack?
Reckless.
All right, reckless. Roll with advantage.
Reckless. We're gonna wreck this bitch. 14.
Okay, if that hits, roll for damage.
Does it hit?
Roll for damage.
Oh, okay. So 7.
You see friends and enemies all around you swirling and changing places as this fades into a hall of violence and blood and torture, into a hall of revelry and pleasure with perfumes and just shifting back and forth and fading, almost contorting, and for a moment somehow both the same in a way you can't really put into words, and just pushing through it, you see your enemy standing there down from the table, and you leap down and you slash at them. And it becomes clear exactly who you hit. Kiki, would you like to do, how would you like to do this? As you deliver
Basically, just as soon as I land, there's like... Yeah.
and in a moment, in a complete moment later, your mind clears and you're standing over the body of the last main of these. Just a couple minutes ago, young ladies that some of whom you were asked to save from the lady above, all bodies broken, eviscerated, and destroyed on the floor. The Geigen sleeping. 4 of you there. 5 of you there, with 6 now, actually. Wow. The 4 of you, Lorius and Kyra. And Lorius looks at all of you, looks at Euphemian and Craven both equally and goes, "I don't mean to discuss my own shortcomings. It seems unbecoming, but my songs and music don't bring those to slumber forever. If I may make a suggestion. It's anyone's action. We're out of combat."
I would like to grab the bow.
You grab the bow. Will remind me that you did that later once you guys have a chance to actually look at it. But you grab the bow.
And then so we have the horn, we have the bow,
Mm-hmm.
but we have
Have
two
that
companions
weird
that are.
spot.
I have my sword.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
are-
mean, my axe.
Where are you guys? Are you guys leaving this room, or are you staying in this room?
Oh no, we're
Oh, I'm
leaving.
not.
Okay, if you're leaving, and I'm assuming you're leaving because of the Gigan, Lorius was heavily implying that that's any second now, so I'm going to rush you guys. Where are you going? And if you can't agree, then that's indecision. Where are you guys going?
Can we get over him without making a check?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. Then I
Yeah.
would just run out with Kyra.
Yeah,
Yep.
regardless of anything else, I'm going to go running straight after Demetria.
Yeah.
You run after Demetria. Lorius would run with you, but he's more like fleeing the scene than like running with you. Kyra's running with you. You guys run down.
I'm intentionally trying to get away from everybody as well.
Oh,
Oh, because of your
Even us?
confusion.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still confused.
roll your charisma. Both of you roll your charisma saving throws.
Both. Who?
Kiki and Euphemian.
Oh, it is. Okay.
That's a 19.
Nice.
19.
16.
Okay, both of your heads are clear, and that's important because if you still had it, regardless of what you were rolling, you would not have been fully aware that the fight was over. So there would not have been in character to run at this point, is what I'm saying. So your head's clear. You guys are away. Did you still want to separate from the group, or are you still running with the group?
Once, my head clears, then yeah, I will
All right. You
associated group.
you guys run down here. You're at the hall. Demetria definitely went south. She could have gone through any of the... There's 2 doors in the hall. She could have gone down one of the 2 doors, or she could have gone down the hallway down into the natural garden area. If you're interested in following her. If you're just trying to do something else, that's fine too.
I'm gonna sort of push past. I'm gonna try to lead the group because I'm fairly certain that she has gone to the kids, the children.
Okay, then where are you going specifically?
Down towards the garden.
Okay, so you're running down towards the garden. Is everybody else coming with you?
As I'm just gonna be following, but I'm gonna be pulling out a potion out of my bag, and I'm gonna down it
All
as
right.
we go.
Sure, take that. That's great.
I would like to check the door on
Oh,
the
fucking
far
6.
left.
Is it this door, the one that I'm pinging right now? Okay, give me 1 second. Let me check my notes here for just a moment.
And I know that'll leave me behind, but
Okay, so you're letting everybody else run while you go do that.
I just want to look in, so it'll probably be like 1 or 2 rounds.
Okay, give me 1 second. As I check my notes. We're gonna go a couple minutes over here. Let me see. You open this. You see this room filled with comfortable pillows and blankets lounged out, and just cups of wine and grapes around the floor, around the room, laid out. And you see these 4 young people, humans, that are tending to Demetria's wounds and just, oh, what happened, Demetria? What, are you okay? And they're just screaming. And you see these 2 vines in the walls curling around as you open the door. As you open the... What's up?
I want to yell out to everybody that she's here.
You open your mouth to yell. You can still do it. I'm not stopping you. But as you open your mouth to yell, she just looks at you and just says quietly, haven't you all done enough? You can still yell if you want to.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you, Callista's life is low because I was ripping her apart with the monster ladies, Tammy's mom. So what was it? So you call out that they're here. Okay. Then let's do that. You open the door. Let's move everybody properly. The rest of them did keep moving, like you said. You specifically said you stayed behind. So I'm going to move the rest of them. Let's see. Yeah, that's about as far as I get. Group, is there anything else that you guys want to do? The rest of the group, if you want to respond.
Well, if we hear that, then, do a Scooby-Doo screech and and then change direction.
You start changing direction. Lorius reaches out and grabs your hand and just looks at you. His eyes just implicitly asking you something that he does not think he needs to say out loud. You can still go if you want to.
I'm going to give him a squeeze of the hand, and then let it go and walk back to Trio.
So all of you, okay. And all the rest of you are going to Demetria? Okay. Lorius stands there as the four of you head back to Demetria. As she looks at each of you, the roots in the wall carving around, they will watch for their mistress. And you see the four people tending to her wounds. And sort of almost, not even medically, just like, oh, you poor thing, like watching over her. And she stares at all of you. And just says, so what happens next?
Magic missile.
Roll your magic missile. Roll your magic missile.
That was what you're saving up for.
I was gonna try to Eldritch Blast her.
I was just gonna go in and jump her.
Euphemian, with all the detail you want, please describe the killing blow.
I'm going to go through and cast Magic Missile. And whereas usually I go through and fire off these bolts that look like words, in this case, they're just the faces of each of the girls.
Oh.
Yes.
All of the and just around you, the faces of the three of the women float around you for a second, fly into her, and just hit her, knock her back, and just not even piercing her, knocking her back with so much force that she flies back, and is just broken and clearly devoid of life before she hits the floor. It takes a moment for the young humans to register what just happened.
Can I cast Calm Emotions?
Yeah.
Right in the center of that space. I think I have the slot. I might not. Let me check real quick. I don't have the spell slot for it. Never mind.
They start to scream and panic as they don't understand what's going on. Are you guys going to stay here for this, or are you going to leave?
I want to stay in the room.
Okay. Is that...
I'm going to sort of leave the room and just sort of lean back against the wall.
Okay.
We still have the Geigen, guys. Come on, let's just get these girls out. Let's go.
Euphemian, exhausted, or I don't want to say exhausted, but Euphemian clearly processing what just happened. Callista, concerned with the teens that are here. Kyra, writing down what she can, and Lorius looking on, terrified. Still holding on to the top, by the way, the wooden top. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Wow. Thank goodness for Lorius. Jesus.
I know.
I owe that man an apology.
Yeah.
Kisses.
Thank you guys so much for this session.
Which one of us kisses the best, and it's probably Euphemian.
Lorius would love to be the judge. Lorius and Kyra would love to be two unbiased judges in that. I cannot imagine something they would more like to do.
Can I do a performance check?
That'll be amazing. So behind the scenes, so for those,
Tune in next week.
I know that some of you, I know that some of the people watching the stream don't know D&D as much. There's a thing called challenge rating, And a challenge rating is basically what level the team should be before it's an even fight with that enemy. So if an enemy's challenge rating 2, then that one person is a match for everybody on the team if they're level 2. Their team is level 4 right now. They're level 4 adventurers. Each of the Maenads was a challenge rating 3. This was, by the numbers, vastly what they couldn't handle, which is why I had the NPCs trying to encourage them to leave.
They're gonna die.
I genuinely, when you guys ignored Lorius's advice, which is fine, you don't have to. Like I said, that's Lorius's advice, not anything else. But when you guys disregarded Lorius's advice, I genuinely thought that I was DMing a TPK this session. That's really what I thought was happening.
Oh.
I actually believed
Confusion.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just talking about the confusion. If it weren't for that bloody confusion.
I actually believed that Tammy had attacked me for 7, and I had 8.
Oh my god.
All right. For the time being, my work schedule changes is what affected all this, and I apologize for that. So for the time being, our schedule is 7 to 10. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Watch whichever one is satisfying for you. We're Roll for Bull, so named because this group comes up with so much bullshit that I can't plan for.
Like shipping during a combat. So much violence.
That was incredible. Euphemian with Lorius. So many things I didn't expect. Okay, we'll be back. We should be back next week. You all are beautiful. The players are beautiful. I have no idea what's going to happen next. You guys just killed Dimitri after you had a clean getaway. Oh, I don't blame you. I'm just surprised. I will see you all next week.
Bye, everybody. Love you.